Hey, how you doing? What are you doing in my house? Just kidding. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I wanted to show you some of my progress here. Check it out. I got stuff up on the wall. Eh, 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 eh. So anyway, getting all moved in and stuff, and so much Asian-y stuff. Okay, so a couple cool things in here. I got these at IKEA, and it fits in this little gap that I had in between my between the stove and the countertop, and we got some extra space, which is good. I also got this thing here, which filled in the little gap and got me some extra storage space. And then in here, I got this thing, which gave me some surface to put some stuff, which is good. Yeah, I love the way that I'm facing. I'm so happy I got this particular apartment because I had to pay a little extra because it's the furthest from the street and it is facing the directions that I wanted to be facing. And oh, look at this view. Oh my gosh. So $1 million view. More like $1,600 view, really. But I've got the big closet, which is great. Also, this thing has been great. It's actually kind of fun to vacuum. The thing really sucks. Sucks. Oh, so cool. Okay, so another thing, I just wanted to mention a couple of the strategies that I've been using to avoid microplastics. Microplastics, if you are unaware, they're pervasive, and I guess we all are carrying like the equivalent to like a credit card worth of plastic in our bodies at any given time. And so to reduce exposure, okay, and the reason also that we want not to have microplastics in our system is they mimic estrogen. And estrogen, if you're a woman or a man, is, especially if you're a man, but for everybody, high amounts of estrogen are really detrimental to health. And it's funny when they talk about like high amounts of testosterone being like an issue for aggression and stuff. And it's somewhat, you can get a little bit more aggressive with higher levels of testosterone, but higher levels of estrogen in animal studies had, like, they did it in deer for some reason, and it turned them into like cannibals, violent like cannibals. So estrogen. So some ways to to mitigate the estrogen in the system, and also astrazine is like the second most prevalent pesticide or herbicide that's used in the country, and at like 200 parts per million is enough to spontaneously change amphibians from turn frogs from male to female, 200 parts per million. But how much is allowed in our drinking water? 3,000 parts per million. And you wonder why people are acting a little more these days. Anyway, so some strategies I've been using. Number one, tap water, you don't want to drink it. I mean, unless, anyway, it's ill-advised. So I live in an apartment, and so getting the reverse osmosis is kind of a impractical for like moving. So I got a countertop version. This sucker, I got it on Amazon for, it was like 400 and some odd dollars, but I worked out the math for buying like spring water that comes in plastic versus this over the course of like a year. This works out. So, and it's more convenient. So you've got number one, cut that out. Number two is for carrying water around rather than in a plastic container. I get these guys, which I prefer having these guys. I just love the feel of this. And so you get the carbonated water at first, which which I like. CO2 is actually very good for you, just like it's good for the plants, good for our planet as well. And so I just reuse these. I fill them up with water, and I've got a bunch of them around. You can lose them, whatever, because they cost, they're very cheap. And you've got a nice little glass container to carry around your water. And then another one is coffee. So the brew basket in most coffee machines, almost all of them, are plastic. Super hot water on plastic, or Keurigs, also a little plastic container. So the fix to that is a French press, or there's a couple different ones, but those are just a few little fun facts or little hacks that I've been using. Hope you're well. Life is good. Have a beautiful day. Mwah.